to all my dog lovers out there. We are doing some videos of interviews at local shelters and really need you guys right now. Our shelters are at a critical point where nationwide they're overflowing like never before. So what we're doing is we've done our first interview with a local shelter that we've divided up into 6 interviews. They're 10-ish minutes long or less. I know we all have very busy lives, but I'm asking if you could watch, share these, especially the last video, the 6th one. We're gonna kind of just brainstorm some ideas of things that maybe haven't been tried yet. And we could really use your feedback and participation, because if it's something new we're going to try, we need to get an idea of if there's interest. And we're going to discuss things like fostering, adopting shelter dogs, some happy adoption stories, but also things that you can do from home. There are ways to help these shelters. You don't even have to go to the shelter. And some people might not be aware of that. So we're just really trying to get the word out there, do what we can for these pups right now. Anybody that's ever rescued from a shelter, or like myself from the side of US 19, knows that you're saving a life. And a lot of people say the dogs save theirs. So let's see what we can do, if we can make a difference, guys. Please share this. If you've ever considered fostering, feel free to reach out, DM me on Facebook. I'm happy to answer any questions, okay? And any feedback that could be helpful, that could help these dogs, yeah, let us know. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. We're here today with Cherie from WAG, the Williston Animal Group. And Cherie, can you tell us a little bit first about WAG? And then I have a couple other questions for you.
Sure. So Williston Animal Group is an all-volunteer organization. We are a 501c3 dog rescue. We are dog only, don't have the capability of dealing with cats. And we have a physical facility, which we are at right now, and then we also have a large foster network. And so that's basically what makes up WAG. We have, I don't even know how many off the top of my head, lots and lots of volunteers. That's what makes this place run, is the wonderful volunteers that come and care for the dogs, and the wonderful fosters that care for the dogs too. WAG has been around for about 20 years. And varying degrees of activity, let's say. So we are in a very active period now. There's a new board of directors that has been in place for about the last 3 years, and we are very focused on expanding WAG and providing as much help to this community as possible. And so that is our very large mission, and we're trying to grow that, and we are growing that every year.
And a little bit of why we're here today is to help people to be aware of the fact that the shelters are a historic overflow rate right now. Can you talk a little about that? Why you think that's happening, and what we could do to help?
So nationwide, there is a sheltering crisis right now. All the shelters across the entire nation are at capacity or over capacity. The rescues are maxed out. Individual fostering, and there's a huge need for that, and more people than ever are fostering. So that being said, when everybody's already packed, there's no room for anyone else to go. And so now you've created a situation where everyone is full, but you still have the ongoing problem outside that is causing the dogs to come in, and yet there's no place for them to go. And so that is causing a lot of distress for all shelters, and all rescues are feeling the pinch of that. The reason for it, basically, I think what most kind of tend to agree upon is lack of spay and neuter is always going to be at the core of why animals end up in shelters. I think of the sheltering world and the adoption world as a pyramid. So if at the very top of the pyramid is an adopted dog going out to its new home, the bottom of the pyramid where that source is unwanted animals, and particularly unwanted puppies to a degree. And so the larger that bottom of that pyramid is, the harder it is to funnel them out.
Sure.
And so with a lack of spay and neuter, lots and lots and lots of unwanted and unintended puppies coming into the world. And then also we're seeing a lot of people having trouble keeping their animals. They may love their animals, they may have adopted them or rehomed them or gotten them off the street with absolutely good intentions, but veterinary care is very expensive. Housing is a huge, huge issue. Affordable housing is a huge issue, and it is directly related to dogs winding up in shelters, because a lot of landlords will not tolerate pets. And so people are forced to move from a place that may accept pets into a place that doesn't, and now they have to give up their animals.
Do the breed restrictions play a big role in that as well?
A little bit. A little bit. I found some of that, not too much. It's usually just either yes or no to dogs in general or cats in general. I'm a real estate agent by trade, so I happen to know a little bit about some of the housing requirements in general. There have been some advancements as far as breed restrictions go on a national level. So federally funded housing developments can no longer have any sort of breed or size restrictions.
Oh.
So federally that has changed. Individual landlords still can make their own rules.
Right.
But as far as federally funded housing developments no longer have breed restrictions or size restrictions.
Okay.
So some advancement is being made along those lines.